Hi everyone, Arlene here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. This will be the last video I will share with y'all before I start walking around my house and giving you my home tour. I thought I would do a couple more wreath tutorials before I started my tour, but I'm getting antsy and I want to start sharing the tour with you. So instead of doing the wreath tutorials before the tour, I will do them after the tour. But I thought it would be important to explain how I came up with a few specific decorating ideas and how I pulled my home decor together into mostly one cohesive unit. I spent the months that this house was being built trying to figure out how I was going to decorate. In my other home, I admittedly went a smidge overboard with my decor. In other words, I filled every single wall, corner, and shelf that was blank and available. Don't get me wrong, I think I did a good job. I just think I didn't need to do quite as much. Less is more and all of that, you know. So I knew that I loved country decor, but not the primitive, everything looks really old kind of country. I do love that look too, but I didn't think it would be appropriate for this home. Okay, so I was getting frustrated, trying to hone in on exactly where to start. After all, I was going to have to recreate the wheel, so to speak, start from scratch, pull my hair out, and, well, you get my drift. One day I finally sat myself down and listed the things that I love and things that I'd used throughout my many years of decorating that always turned out nicely. My list included pip berries, lanterns, Gerber daisies, fleur-de-lis, stars, scripture plaques and pictures, baskets, willow tree figurines, Dickens houses, wooden plates, and mini lights. That was rather an eclectic little list I had going, but as you'll see, my theme became all of those things rolled into one design that has worked out beautifully in this home. My color schemes flow nicely from room to room, and in the back portion of our home they have been burgundies, khakis, and creams. The staircase separates the family room, kitchen, and eating area from the living room, foyer, and dining room that sit on the front of our home. I use khakis and creams in there as well, but my main accent color in those rooms is a soft green. As you have seen by the pictures that have been scrolling by, lanterns, baskets, wooden plates, Dickens houses, willow tree figurines, Gerber daisies, and mini lights have been incorporated into pretty much every space. Not using too much of any one thing, but I made a conscious attempt to add one or two of the design elements into each venue in each room. Now, all that said, there is one more design element that I have yet to mention that is very prominent in this house, and that element is what I will refer to as scrolly pieces, which are made out of wrought iron. Chris was actually the one who introduced me, so to speak, to wrought iron. We were looking for something to put on the wall at the top of our staircase. You can pretty much see that wall wherever you are in the family room or kitchen, and frankly, it was driving me crazy seeing it glaringly bare. So we tripped on off to Hobby Lobby. Yep, Chris went with me, and we started searching for a wall hanging. Chris called me over to the metal department, and he had placed two scrolly pieces down on the floor and had turned them upside down opposite of one another. The light bulb went off in my head, the little bell went ding ding ding, and I knew without a shadow of a doubt that that was going to be the wall decoration we'd be using. And, as they say, the rest is history. Wrought iron scrolly pieces have become one of my very favorite things to incorporate in with the rest of my long list of accent pieces. And what is always forefront in my mind when I go to decorate a room is that I want this home to look warm and cozy, and I want to be really careful not to fill every available bare wall and tabletop with a plethora of foo-foo. Foo-foo, Chris's word for random decor pieces. At first I was a little afraid of the wrought iron, but now that I've incorporated it into almost every room in some way in our home, I love it. I feel as if I've been able to keep the warm and cozy feel of our home intact with a bit of sophistication thrown in for good measure. As you've seen as these pictures have passed by, scrolly pieces have found a home here, and I can't see them going out of style anytime soon. Alrighty, that is it for this, my last video before I start walking and talking my way through this home of ours. I can't wait to show and tell you how we came up with some of our basic choices that led to the entire look and feel of this, our country home, where I do my crafts and display them in many corners. Get it? Our country craft corner. Until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.